What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for a special video today on this beautiful New England spring day, because this is my first recorded round of GSPro. Really been looking forward to this. Just recorded basically the announcement type of video. I was on the range kind of warming up, talking through kind of why I went this way and what I've done in the past day to get things the way they are. Literally just bought GSPro and got it out here yesterday for the first day, so this is only the second day. I ended up hitting a ton of balls on the range first to figure out kind of the distances. Ended up playing 54 holes back here, try to get all the recording, screen recording, everything, camera position, all in the right spot. So definitely a little bit sore from yesterday, but as you can probably tell by the title, and hopefully you guys are seeing this awesome look on GSPro from the first tee box, we are playing for the first video, which I thought was fitting, the world famous Augusta National, aka Georgia Golf Club here in GSPro. I'm going to try my best to keep the names consistent of what they're listed on with GSPro, not try to have any type of issues there. But again, Augusta, Georgia, home of the Masters tournament every year. Personally, my favorite Masters, or my favorite tournament of the year, always marks the beginning of golf season, spring coming around, better weather. We had a really good one. I think personally one of the better Masters tournaments. I would think probably the best one. I enjoyed it the most since Tiger won it last. So you guys are seeing this later. Scotty Scheffler obviously won. I watched a ton of the tournament, almost all of it, but we're gonna give this a go. So playing the furthest back tees, which are the black, I'm assuming the tournament tees, since you guys can see similar to what you would see in real life. Don't have the wind on, have my elevation, which I mentioned in the first video, set to 5200. Got a couple fans going over here, so if you guys hear those, my apologies, but you got to keep the sun off the laptop as much as I can and keep things cool so I don't fry any type of electronics. Hopefully the R10 doesn't overheat, hopefully the camera doesn't overheat, and everything records correctly for this first round. But yeah, giving it a go for the first round at Augusta, or Georgia Golf Club, my apologies. Playing the furthest back tees, Sunday pins, no wind. I'm not sure what the stimp was. It was just, I think, standard. But we have the auto putt, obviously no putting in, I was going to say home to hero. No more for that, at least for now, for a while. But no putting with the R10, so just the auto chip. Basically, you got to get it similar to home to hero inside the inner circle for an auto one putt. On the green, I think, is a two putt. But I don't know, I'm going to be learning on the fly here. This is literally my second day owning GSPro, so if I have some hiccups in between, I have to look up what the shortcut keys are or whatever. We're both learning here together on the fly, so we're going to give this a go. For the rundown, like usual, Garmin Approach R10 behind me on the DIY level stand. Everything's linked down below in the description. Appreciate if you guys check out those Amazon links. Country Club Elite mat, brand new Callaway Super Fast Ball, DIY stance mat, 10x7 nets. Now, going forward, first time saying this, GSPro on my laptop, which is powering everything. And I mentioned it too towards the end of the first video. I have kind of a newer driver, I guess, now. Still my Stealth 2 Plus that I've been using, but I ordered a couple back weights for it. This is a 23 gram weight, so I'm trying this out. Only hit like 2 or 3 drives, I think, in that first video, but seemed like it was pretty good. So we'll see how this goes. So first tee shot, I'm gonna plan on doing a flyover on every single video, at least for this first one, or every single hole rather, at least for this first video, just so you guys can get the fuller experience of GSPro. You guys can let me know if you like the whole flyover every single time. It only takes about 5 seconds, but I can grab my club, kind of set up, maybe get a drink in between. But I think the flyovers are really cool. You get a feel for what the holes are. Not that you really need it for this course because everyone knows this really well, but yeah, planning on doing a whole flyover for everyone as long as I don't forget. And then you guys can let me know going forward down in the comments if you want to keep seeing the whole flyovers, or maybe if I pick a couple holes per round just to do a flyover. But let's see how it goes. So like I said, flyover, here we go. First tee box, all the way from the black tees. I think it was like 7,000 something yards. I have no business playing that, but furthest back, GSPro is definitely more challenging than home to hero, trying to challenge myself as much as possible. This is already a lengthy intro, so this video is probably going to be on the longer side, but let's get into it. Let's see what we can do. So, still been playing a little bit of a fade. We're going to aim up here, left side of the fairway, see if it'll fade back a little bit. and I'm going to try my best to keep the mouse out of the way. Sometimes yesterday I noticed I left it in the middle of the screen. Not that it's a huge deal, but there's nothing on the left side where the video is that you guys are seeing. There's nothing over there. It just says the suggested club and right-handed. That's it. So there's nothing over there. You guys aren't missing anything on that side. I guess there is a bench over there that maybe you're seeing part of, and one marker for the tee box, and there's also actually a sign next to a trash can over there, the sign that Bryson picked up in the round. But that's about it. You're not really missing much. So here we go. First tee shot. Not terrible. That's actually probably going to either go straight or a little bit left, and we aimed left too. So that may be the rough. I don't know if that's going to stay in the fairway or not, but obviously, as you guys can see, way more realistic ball physics, bounces, type of kicks through trees, everything else compared to Home Tee Hero. So looking forward to the added challenge back here. I do have written down on a piece of paper all the different type of reductions, and I think you guys can let me know if you're GSPro experts out there. All the distances if you're in the rough, so we're in the fairway right now, so it'll just play normal. And you can see in the bottom right where the lie is. So basically all the shots, they're going to be dynamic based on what type of lie you have. So this one, we're on a little bit of an upslope, 0.1 degrees right, so that's basically just going to come out a fraction of a degree right. Whatever way the lie is, that's how the ball's going to start. And then I have written down, you guys can correct me if I don't have these correct, but the semi-rough, basically just off the fairway or off the green, it only plays about 1% reduction. The rough plays about 6%. The deep rough plays about 21%. And then for the sand and the bunkers, fairway bunkers play anywhere from 5 to 10%, again, depending on the lie and how big the lip is. So it depends on the type of launch you get and what type of club you pick. Obviously, if you're on a downslope with a super steep lip, you can't hit a 4-iron out of a fairway bunker because you're going to hit the lip. So if you hit something with more loft, like a pitching wedge or a 9-iron, it's not going to take off as much, versus if you try to muscle up something with a lower loft, it's going to take off way more. So 5 to 10% on fairway bunkers, and then 25% on greenside bunkers. So I'm going to experiment with that. Got a lot going on, a lot to try to figure out here, but we're going to see what we can do. So been playing again a little bit of a fade. We're just going to aim a fraction left, and if I press J, it'll jump to the ball to show you right where we're landing. So I just learned this. I had a lot to look at yesterday. The top left, right above the video, it shows what I have left. So second shot, 199. I didn't know that was there yesterday. I was looking. Sometimes the marker in the middle gets cut off with trees and whatnot. So we have 197.7, rounds up to 200, up 7 yards. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. But so we got 207. I'm just going to go 6-iron and see if we can put this somewhere on the green. That's not good. That is, at least it's straight, but that was really thin. Hopefully it gets a bounce. Chipping is definitely going to be interesting. I had a handful. The Garmin actually did a really good job picking up. I had a handful of chips yesterday between 1 and 10 yards, and it did a pretty good job. I mean, picking up even 5-yard chips. So gonna have to factor in. I'm still learning the software, but gonna have to factor in how much it's gonna roll out, where we're gonna land it, all that kind of stuff. So we have just on the edge. We got 19 yards to the pin. We're up 5, so it's going to launch a little bit higher. It's going to come out a little bit right, so I'm just going to aim 2 clicks, I guess, to the left and try to land this about 15-ish. Let it roll out a little bit. We'll see. Going 60 degree. That's probably closer to 20. That might be. Ooh, we got a no read. Only had one of those all day yesterday. I guess I didn't ground the club enough behind the ball. So I guess that was going to be a little bit too much anyways. That would have been past the pin. So take a little bit off of that. Luckily we get a free mulligan out of it. Try that again. Alright, that was a little bit scuffy, but it'll be better. It's going to roll out. These greens are quick. And then again, like I said, a little bit scuffy, came up a little bit short. Bogey on the first hole, not the best there, but is what it is. Get another fly over here. For any of you new users out there like me, it is O on the keyboard. I have a wireless keyboard and a mouse over here. It's O is the shortcut for the flyover. I mean, really, really cool. Obviously, not like you're actually playing it, but pretty darn close here in the ultra settings on GSPro. So, dogleg left. We're gonna aim about, you guys can see on the map on the right. Again, similar to Home to Hero, I picked 279. I don't think I'll hit that. We'll see. Yesterday, I played this course a couple times just to check it out, and there are some pretty big down slopes if you get over some ridges on the fairway. So I can't remember exactly. I don't have this course memorized as good as some other people do, but I can't remember if this is one of the holes where if you get it basically up and over one of the hills and it goes down, you get a ton of rollout and carry. But we'll see. Aimed up the right. What I was saying with Home to Hero, I don't know if I'm going to hit it 279, but that's just the line I'm taking, so it's irrelevant if I hit driver, if I aim it 5 yards, or if I aim it 350 yards, it's still whatever I do with the driver. Alright, let's see if we can straighten it out a little bit, hit a little bit of a fade. A little fade, but it was a pretty low launch. Still decent though. I am liking the extra weight in the driver. I mean, right down the middle. I'll take that. 250 carry, I think, rolled out. We got 25 yards of rollout because these fairways are so firm. Take that. All right, we've got 305 left. And wants us to hit 247 is right there, I guess. I think if I press J, which jumps to the shot, yeah, 250. So 247 was just a marker. And these distances right here, these are suggesting carry distances. So I just carried 250 with the driver. I have nothing that carries 250. I'm just gonna hit my 4 hybrid up there. Aim a little bit left. Don't want to catch the trees if I can help it. And let's see what I can do here with the 4 hybrid. Generally, on occasion, I can get it up to about 250, 255, but usually this is about 240, 245 club if I can hit it halfway decent. We'll see what we get out of this. Gotta remember the lie looks alright. I have so many things to check, but left foot slipped a little bit. That's pretty far right. Luckily we aimed left. I think we'll still be in the fairway. I didn't hit that great, but again, this must have been a pretty big downslope because I caught that chunky and we got a lot of distance on that, so that must have been down a good amount to the hill. Alright, this should be interesting up and over this bunker. So I think we kind of short-sided ourselves, and we did. Granted, I picked Sunday pins, probably not the best idea, especially from these forward back, or the furthest back tees, but 49, essentially, I mean, this bunker's calling my name, but I essentially got to land it. Basically, I got to land it right there and have it just stop, which probably won't happen, but I'm going to try a 56, and let's see if I can hit it a little bit higher, maybe with a little bit more spin, get up and over that bunker. Ooh, that might be too much. I hit it halfway decent. Oh, that's perfect. That's lucky. I'm still experimenting with this club. You guys know I usually hit this right around 30 yards. Been kind of all over the place using that approach wedge for way too many shots, so I've been experimenting, taking a little more club with this. That one, I guessed right apparently, and that worked out, so we'll take that for sure. Hit the flyover, grab my driver. I figure for the flyovers, it's not going to really slow things down. I'm going to grab a drink too. I usually take a little bit of time in between holes and shots anyways, so at least you guys have something to look at instead of the regular kind of still picture of Home to Hero that you're used to seeing. So, all right, even through 2, third hole, par 4, 349 pretty straight out there. So again, just go a little bit left. Really liking so far the extra weight I have in the back of this driver. Still haven't really caught one great yet, so let's see. That's not hit great either. That's high on the face and toey. It's going to be up the right. Luckily or unluckily, side spin's not the strong suit of the R10, so realistically that would have been further right in real life, but is what it is. 83 yards left. It's probably a really difficult front pin location, so again, I gotta land it about there. So I'm gonna go approach wedge, see what I can do. I'm so used to playing total distances, so I know obviously I need 83 total. It's up 3 feet. It's gonna come out a little bit left, so I am gonna aim just a couple clicks over to the right. So used to, I play the totals both on Home to Hero and on course. I gotta get more into the mindset of figuring out how far I carry some of these clubs. But let's see what we can do here with the approach wedge. Pulled it left. That might be too much as well. We'll see. Yeah, a little bit strong. We're inside the auto pup. I think it's going to make us chip it, and it is. You basically, from what I learned yesterday, although it's inside that circle, you have to be on the green for it to give you it. So we've got a little 10-yard chip here. Going to come out a little bit right, so I'm just going to aim a fraction left. More so looking to get inside that inner circle, not necessarily hold us out. But this would be a good test for a little 10-yard shot. Basically, I just need to get it started on the green and let it roll. So I'm going to try to aim for the very bottom of the net. 10 yards total, so I needed to land it about 5 and let it roll out. Going 60. That's going to be too much. I hit that thin too. That's probably going to roll out past it. That might even go off the green. All right, stayed on. Not ideal. Fourth hole, par 3, brings us to 1 over. So yesterday I played the furthest back tees first. I tried to screen record, and I had to, good thing I was debating doing it for a video, but I had to adjust my screen recording settings after that. So basically I had to scrap the whole video, which is probably good that I didn't try to make an actual video out of it, but I got things figured out. But yesterday I played the furthest back tee, same thing as this. I did Thursday pins, not Sundays. Actually, yeah, it was either black or blues. It may have been one tee box up, but I played that. Then I did this same course as a par 3, so it just moves you up basically into the fairway to make it a par 3 course. And then I played the third time just to really iron things out from the white tees. But fourth hole, par 3, 241, and we got a bunker there. I mean, I'm gonna hit 4 hybrid. I'll be lucky if I get 240 out of it total. What do we got for slope? Ooh, it's down 10, so maybe this could be actually a good club. We'll see. That greenside bunker's calling my name, but we'll see. I can't carry this thing 240. It's about 240 total, so. A little bit chunky, started left, should fade back right. Go! Yeah, right into the bunker. To be expected, but all right. So what did I say before? Greenside bunker, 25%. And obviously we short-sided ourselves again with these stupid Sunday pins. So we got 12 total out of a bunker. I'm gonna go 60 and try to just pop this up. And the best that I can, really open up the face. Still trying to keep it into the net, which I still need to fix the left side. But I'm gonna try to open the face up and hit this out of the bunker. Hopefully just land it right on the fringe there and let it roll. But obviously anywhere on the green will be good. We'll see. I'm trying to open it up 5-10 yards of carry. 10's gonna be too much, but I don't know if I can hit this with 5 yards of carry. We'll see. kind of stabbed at it, but came out a little bit left, and we're still in the bunker. All right, this is what I'm talking about with the difficulty. Take 2. Not used to opening this club up this much. Better. I caught that heavy on the mat. It was probably a good thing we did. Unfortunately, we dropped a stroke with 2 shots out of that bunker. That's not going to be a great score. Double bogey. All right. I think my days of being, especially for a course like this, my days of being around even par or under are pretty much over with going to GSPro here, but hit another fly over here. Definitely going to be on the longer side of the video, like I said at the beginning, but I'm going to try to, I'm sure as I get more comfortable with the software, I'll be able to speed things up a little bit. I flew through my second 2 rounds yesterday. Obviously, I wasn't talking or anything, but, all right. 3 over, 5th hole, par 4, 513. I'm slightly left up here. Again, I think I mentioned at the beginning, but I have the altitude set to 5,200 to get my longer clubs back in the ballpark of what they should be. And and I think, all that to say, I think the club speed and the ball speeds are a decent amount lower than what they would be with another unit, but keep that in mind. Well, wasn't terrible, not great. Probably not going to go very far. I don't know if we had some downslope or whatever again, but first couple I hit last video with this driver with the weight, I scored him up real good. Now I'm back to all over the face and place again. 255 left. What do we got up there? Not much, but it's aiming us pretty far right. We're not going to go that far right. I mean, we got trees on the left, but I think I can go kind of at this. It looked like there was enough room. Let's see what this looks like here. So 243 there. I'm going to go 4 hybrid. I mean, that should be fine. There's trees on the left, but I think we can get around those. It's not like they're right in front of us. Didn't have the highest expectations out here between all the new software and haven't hit so many balls yesterday, so hopefully in the future have some better rounds, score-wise, swing-wise. 4 hybrid. It was hit hard, but it was low and off the heel. That should fade back. Go, 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 go. I mean, pretty spot on to what I see home to here on course. 230. Again, I don't really know my carry numbers that great. Hopefully with this new software I can learn it a little bit, but 242 total on the rollout. That's pretty much right in the ballpark of what I see. That was hit, again, a little bit low and heely, but that was hit relatively hard. So that was distance-wise right what I would expect. 6th hole, par 3. Pins back right. And we've got 191 down 7. So should be a good, well-struck 7-iron here. Distance-wise. Usually play this to about anywhere between, really, I don't know, it's tough to say since I've had these clubs I've been playing mainly in the off-season when it's been super cold out here, but I would say about 180, 185 total. I may see with like primetime golf season, potentially get it up towards 190, we'll see total. Chunky. That's gonna be short and right. All right, what do we got left? 25, up 4 feet. Gonna go 56. Pulled a little bit left, and because these greens are so fast, rolled out too much. I think I'm gonna have to chip it again. I'm gonna have to start playing these wedge shots a lot shorter for the rollout, as opposed to Home Tee Hero. A lot more forgiving around the greens and in general, but especially around the greens, they kind of just hit and die. All right, 7 total. So I gotta land this right about here. That's about 4 yards or so. Close. All right, we'll take that. Again, a little bit temperamental, I think, with some of those super short chips, but that was pretty much what I was looking for. And it's a good thing I didn't hit it softer than I just did. 7th hole, par 4. Making our way through this. Grab a drink. Again, let me know what you guys think of the new camera angle. Kind of limited with what I can do with the portrait mode, but I feel like this is kind of close to where it was in all my other videos. I could move it more to the left and get basically directly behind the mat, but trying to make it look as much as I can visually appealing and give you guys a decent angle. I know the net gets cut off, so you can't see exactly where it hits. If I had it more directly behind me, you could get a more fuller picture, I think, of the net. So maybe I'll move it over eventually. But 7th hole, par 4. Left side. A little bit better, not much. Still pretty toey. And it seemed like, again, playing yesterday, a lot of these tee shots, when you hit, they roll out a ton, and it seems like a lot of the holes, there's a hill, and as long as you get it over the hill, it rolls out and it carries a lot more because it's going down. So that definitely, on a flat range, like if I was hitting at the driving range, that would have been nowhere near 248 of carry and 270 total. But I've got to play the course the way you get it. Second shot here, front pin location. This is not easy. We're 1.6 degrees to the right on the lie, so aim a little bit left, and 168 total plus 6 brings us up to 174. I'm gonna go 8 iron. We'll see if we come up short, but 7's gonna be too much, so we'll see what happens with the 8. Usually about a 165, 170 club if I can hit it halfway decent. Should be pretty straight. Caught it a little bit heavy, so we're short and a nasty kick into the bunker. I mean, that was an in-between yardage. That wasn't terrible, but not the best result. Definitely gonna be some frustrating shots and rounds back here, but all in all, as I keep playing this more and more, should be able to improve more and help out my game in the long run, I think. 13 yards here. I'm gonna try to land this again. This thing's moving slow. Well, anyways, I'm gonna try to land it about 8 to 10 yards out of this bunker. It's 25%. I think I forgot to add that on the last couple bunker shots. So 25% of this green side. So that's what, another 3 or so yards. I don't know. I'm gonna try to hit it like 10. Oh. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to open up this 60 more. That would be a shot that I'm used to hitting on Home Tee Hero, and that's what, at least 2 or 3 times now we've caught the lip and it's just kicked us right back into the bunker. So I'm gonna have to open this up and hit it a little bit more. Higher. If it gets out, it's gonna be too much. We had a no read by the looks of it. That would have been better. It probably would have hit near it and rolled out too much, but these shots are tough. That was launched higher. Oh, that went right past the pin. All right, it's gonna be a +2, another double probably. Yikes. All right, 7 over. For any of you out there that thought my Home Tee Hero rounds were abnormally low, which they were, I always said those Home Tee Hero rounds were anywhere from 10 to probably 20 strokes easier. Probably right around 10 to 15 strokes easier than real life. This, definitely still easier. I would not be anywhere near the score in real life from these tees at this course, but this should play a little more accurate with GSPro, the way everything reacts to real life. So definitely a little bit more accurate description of what I would be doing. So we're 7 over through 7. Bogey golf here, 8th hole par 5. Aim slightly left. We're gonna go right about there. Again, I'm not gonna hit it 300, but there was one actually yesterday. We'll look at the end at the statistics. There was one that rolled out a ton to 297 down a massive hill. I don't know which hole that was, but all right. That was hit more square. Still a bit of a low launch, but that should be down the middle. Should draw a little bit. Better shot there. 249 carry, 266 total. Take that. That's better. All right, what do we got? And eventually, hopefully, if my game improves and I get more used to this, I'll turn the wind on to add an extra layer of difficulty. 250 right there. We're gonna move it over. It's gonna, we'll go about there. These hybrids, my longer clubs, I have a tougher time. Besides the driver, for whatever reason, there's 4 hybrid and 4, 5, 6 iron. I have a tougher time of releasing the face and closing it. So generally these fade, but see what we can do here with the 4 hybrid. Hit pretty decent again. It's gonna come out right, but it should be, oh, it must have been a little bit of an upslope. I did catch that a little bit heavy. We only got 219 total out of that. I was gonna say that should have been in the ballpark to the other one, right around 240-ish, but what do we got? Blocked out a little bit by the trees. 103 total. Up 10 feet, which is what, like 3 yards? So gonna try to land this. Again, really tough pin placement. I need to probably land this. I don't know why I keep saying landing. I don't know really what any of my carries are. I have an idea, but I mean, I'm just gonna try to hit 100-yard shot, I guess, with my approach wedge. Here on course, I play total to total distances just because my level of golf, thin, fat, pop one up, left, right. I just play to what I need to get to based on on average of how far I hit the club. I'm not skilled enough by any means to be able to pick out how far I carry the club very consistently, but maybe in the future. But approach wedge, 100-yard shot. Let's see what we can do. Hit it decent. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, go. All right. Take that all day long. Ninth hole. How cool is that with all those stands, the camera towers? Awesome. Awesome software. Alright. Let's aim. I don't love those trees. We'll go about there. Still left side, but I caught a couple trees yesterday. I want to try to avoid those as much as possible. And as you guys can see by the bunker shots and everything else, if we find ourselves in trouble in some trees, it could be a possibly, it could take multiple strokes to get out of some of these trees. Can't just blast it through like I would with Home T Hero. Alright, decent. A little bit heely. Definitely gonna fade. Not bad club path though. Oh, I think this was the one. Yeah, this must have been the one that I had a massive drive. Basically the same thing as yesterday. 297. I think that was basically the exact same as yesterday. That rolled out a ton. And because you basically go over that hill, and then as it's going down, you get extra carry as it's going down too. So kind of generous, kind of lucky, but that's the way the course is. So we'll take a 297 yard drive. 173 left. What do we got up there? Up 5, so we got 178 total. So it's either a choke down. We'll go choke down 7. 8 iron, I could probably get to the front. I have a tough time right now. Obviously, second day having this tough time knowing if I should take off. Like mayflies flying into my mouth. I don't know how much I should be taking off. So like if we, for example, like this one, 173 up 5, what did I say? So 178 total. Should I be playing these shots to like 10 yards less? So I should, in my head, be playing at 168, which would be an 8 iron, and then let it roll out on the green. I don't know, but choke down 7. Ah. Chunky and left. We'll see if it fades back. Go! It's gonna roll in the bunker. Brutal. Probably should just hit a full 8. Alright, what do we got? At least we got some green to work with. 2.7 left. So we're gonna aim a little bit right. 24 total. 25%, which is gonna be what? 10% will be 2, 4. So we need like 30 total. So I'm gonna go 56 and we'll see. Try to hit 25. Let it roll out another 5. Kind of a guessing game here. Chunked it and came out right, but we'll see if we get lucky. Well, I hit it 25, at least it said. Alright, onto the back 9. 10th hole, par 4. At least luckily, I've said it tons of videos with Home T Hero, with these artificial mats. Same thing as the driving range. If you catch it a little bit behind the ball, it instead of picking up grass and laying the sod like you would in real life, the club head skips off the mat and basically accelerates it. You kind of drop kick it into the ball. All right. Got a lot of downslope here too. So this is what I'm talking about. 33 yards of downslope, which is a ton. So as long as I just get this straight, halfway decent out there, we're gonna get a ton of extra carry and we're gonna get a ton of rollout down this hill. Decent, kind of came across it, but should fade up the right. Should be decent. See how much with that downslope, how much longer it kind of hung in the air? Ooh. Keep going. 309. All right, 214 left, down 9. So it's what, 205? All right, towards the back, so we got room. I'm gonna go 6 iron. This has been lately right around my 205 club. So if I hit this halfway decent, should be a good distance. Oh, I hit it good, but I came across it. That's going to be kind of to the, or not kind of, pretty far right. Kick out, kick out, kick out. All right, well, this is interesting. So this is kind of where I was. I had a similar shot yesterday. 34 total. We're in the pine straw. What's the pine straw reduction? I didn't have that written down. Well, so I gotta land it. I mean, pine straw is gonna be at least 5–10%, I would think. I don't know, 35 total. I'm just gonna go 56 and we'll see what happens. I mean, pine straw, I guess, from what I saw on TV, it's kind of, I mean, it's even obviously thinner than mulch, but if it's sitting up on the pine straw, you can kind of clip it clean. It might not be, if I can talk, might not be a ton of power reduction out of this, but I'm just gonna go 56, hit my 30-yard shot. For all I know, I'm right behind a tree. We'll see if we even get out of here. All right, didn't catch it the best, but quick greens, take that. Wasn't a bad launch, but that was one of those weird thinner pop-ups. Better to be lucky than good, folks. Sticking around 7 over. Got my neighbors out now. Warmer weather. Grass is starting to grow. People are doing their lawns and such. You can hear a leaf blower going. Someone was cutting their grass before for the first time. Got some Diet Coke out here today. All right. That's kind of what I'm talking about too, though, with the flyover. I was over there getting a drink. You guys could see some cool visuals as I was preparing for this. So 11th hole, par 4, 534 yards. Again, luckily it's down 20 yards, as you can see up here. So let's aim there-ish. Not terrible. It's gonna be right. I am kind of playing for the fade, but ideally I would like to start that a little more left, or at least towards the middle. That one kind of started right and stayed right, but we are in the fairway. So 248 left. I think we got, is there water up there? Water left. 247 total, 248 down 10, so we got 238 total. It's gonna be too much if I hit the 4 hybrid good, so I'm gonna go 4 iron. Very hit or miss with this club, but should leave me shorter. Try to hit up on this a little bit. What's the lie? Alright, definitely going to aim right. There's water over there to the left, and we are 1.6 degrees left on the lie, so it's going to start left. Luckily, this tends to fade, so... Oh, jeez. That's horrendous. I think I hit that so bad, though, it should get down before the water. Nice, 170-yard chunk 4 iron. And luckily we got 20 yards of rollout. Not used to that firm of greens and fairways in real life. All right, we got to look at it. 57. So gonna try to play this, hit it about 50. So I'm going approach wedge, 50-yard shot, should roll out. Ooh, I like that shot too. Again, I think that's me not grounding the club for a half a second longer before I hit those, but that would have been decent. That came out dead straight too. Take two. A little bit thinner, came out a little bit more left. Not quite as good. Need more than that. Now we gotta chip that. That's unfortunate. But we've had some lucky breaks. Got some extra distance out of some of those tee shots. Kind of an unlucky break there with the no read. That first shot would have been better, but oh, it gave it to us for what, a double? Or at least a bogey. So we're 9 over, 12th hole. I thought we were gonna have to chip that. At least I learned my lesson from yesterday. Yesterday I had my bag over to the right where I usually have it, and I was walking back and forth every single time, so I moved my clubs over here, a little bit less walking. 12th hole, par 3, 166, down about 3 yards. So 163, I mean, famous 12th hole here. Tiger was over in the azaleas over to the left, I saw. I'm gonna go 8 iron. Hopefully I hit it good enough to get over. If I hit it good, it'll be a perfect 8 iron number, but good usually doesn't happen, or rarely does. Thin and pulled it, hit relatively hard. Sit. Yeah, I think that may have been a slight misread there. That one I had starting left and staying left. Garmin had that coming back a good amount. That definitely felt like a pull. But that's what you get for a budget launch monitor. Well, this is interesting. So we're in this, oh, we're in the sand. All right, so 25% greenside bunker. We've got 8 yards, 8.6. So we need right around 10. Gonna go 60. Hopefully I can get out of this bunker. Those have been killing the scorecard. So what I was looking for, yeah, a little too much. That's the only problem I've been seeing. It's tough, those shorter shots, to get it up enough with enough spin to have it come down. And before, I was taking off too much. I was hitting it easier, but then it wasn't enough to get up and over the lip. Couldn't really see that one, but all right, 10 over, 13th hole. Man, it's nice out today. Gonna be about 10 degrees colder tomorrow, but hopefully I can come out here and get some more stuff on camera. 3 days in a row is kind of a lot, but this is really fun to play. It's kind of a expensive new toy. All right, par 5, 519. Don't love those trees there, so where are we? 300 there. Unlikely, but I like that line. Right through the first net. That wasn't hit very good, but oh boy. Oh boy. Kick out into the water. That's fun. All right. First drop. Yeah, well, alright, this is kind of what, why is it telling me to go through there? Like, that's not, they're calling this semi-rough? I don't know about that. So I think red is where we are, I think. Yeah, so I need to go about there. So 77, I'm just gonna go approach wedge. This is kind of a little bit of an experiment. Not used to, I really know what to do in this type of situation, but it's a learning process. So going approach wedge, anywhere between 50 and 100 should get us back out into play, I think. Pushed it a little bit right. Must have caught something when it came out. Kind of took, I think we caught a branch on the way out. All right, so we were 1 in, 2 down, that was 3. We're hitting 4. We're blocked out by trees. I should have hit that harder. I think the pin, yeah, it pins up there to the left, and we got waterfront, so we got to lay up again. So what do we got there? 2-0. Go out this way, I think. 226. I'm just gonna go 4-iron. Hopefully keep it under those trees. Hopefully make halfway decent contact. This is gonna be an ugly score. Pulled it left. Got away with it though. Chunky again. Alright. At least we're not in the water. So we got 58. Alright, so I'm just going to go approach wedge, try to hit a 50-yard shot. We're battling. We are battling. Definitely a lot more complicated, a lot more difficult than Home Tee Hero. Guys like Joe Legowski and other people that have GSPro, they make it look easy, but I mean, Joe was also a former actual professional golfer, so. I don't know if I put enough on that. I hit that kind of thin. I got away with it. This club has been on the longer side though, approach wedge, so hence why I've been experimenting with the 56. So it wasn't exactly the shot we were looking for, but that was the shot we needed. All right, flyover complete, 14th hole, par 4. Up 10 yards this time. So I'll be lucky if I get 250, 260 total, strike dependent. I was looking through some, just going through my Garmin watch and the Garmin golf app with some of the past rounds I played on course, and there is occasion, they're few and far between, but occasionally I do get up towards 300. There was a couple, 287 was one of them I saw, had one in the 290s, a few in the 270s. Kind of a low draw, and we aimed left, but we're in play. And like I said, up 10 yards that time, landed in the rough, 242 total. So it's not always super generous distance-wise. That's pretty spot on to what I would think. In real life, that would have happened. Landed in the rough, still rolled out 10 yards, or 11. Probably wouldn't have done that in real life, depending on the rough, but That's definitely within the ballpark. Again, I think club speed and ball speed numbers are down, hence the having to increase the altitude. So I was both on course is the main thing, but I've been to an indoor simulator place around here that has an overhead unicore, and they send you a spreadsheet at the end, which is pretty cool. And I've been consistently, I think the highest I was clocked at for club speed was like 120 something. Who knows if that was a slight misread, but I was consistently 110, 115, 105-ish, and then ball speeds, I was in the 150s, 160s. So again, I don't know why Garmin, the way maybe just my setup, whatever's around it, I don't know. But I was debating even putting those up there, but I guess if I have the capability of doing it here with GSPro, you might as well put the numbers up. 207 semi-rough, which is going to be 1%, so essentially nothing. We're going to go 6 iron. And if you guys want, chirp me all you want. I'll take the comments, good, bad, or indifferent. Chunked it and pulled it left again. Look at this craziness. You don't see this in Home T Hero. Alright. That was terrible. So that, I mean, it rolled back, but I only carried that 171. It was 177 total after the rollout. This is usually my 200, 205 club. That was hit terribly. 30 yards. 1.3 right, so we're going to aim a little bit left over here. You guys can see the cool greens. I'm not even really looking at that as much, but you can see the way the greens slope. I think there's a way to do a heat map too, but I'm just trying to put it on the green. So I'm going 56. I'm going to try to hit it about 25 as a feel. Let it roll out a little bit. That's going to be too much. That'll probably be past the pin. But I think we got a mulligan. That would have been 30, 35 total. A little bit better there. I might have taken too much off of it. It's rolling though. Go! Yeah. Didn't hit that one quite as solid as the first one. Needed somewhere right in between those two. Bogey. 15th hole. Making our way. Only a few holes left here. Again, I know this is on the longer side. What are we at for the camera? We're at an hour. It shows. I don't know. I think I started this a little early, so we're probably, what you guys are seeing, are just under an hour. Usually my Home T Hero rounds are anywhere between 45. Usually 9 holes is right around a half an hour. 18 holes is right around an hour. A little bit more, a little bit less, depending on what happens, but we'll go there. Still trying to figure out too exactly how far I should aim, left or right, if I should just leave it. Luckily, with the Garmin and the way the side spin is, the spin axis and everything, luckily shots come out and end up a lot straighter than they would be in real life or on with a higher end launch monitor. So if I really slice one, it'll still slice, but not quite as bad. Same thing with hooks. Heel strike high on the face. I could feel that one in the lower back from yesterday. 226 carry, 244 total. All right, 312. We got water. 250 right there. All right, so I can hit 1.5, so it's gonna start left. That should be fine. I'm gonna go 4 hybrid, hopefully hit it decent. Should put us in a good position if I can get 240-ish out of it. Not sure on the slope, but chunky, came out right. Rolling out a ton though, by the looks of it. I was gonna say 220 total, that was 216. We got 15 yards of rollout, so once I get a better feel for how some of these balls react, I think it's kind of course dependent, but almost every other Home Tee Hero video you guys saw, I would be able to hit the ball and call out exactly what I thought was gonna happen. This is kind of a guessing game, but I should have just said 220, that's what I was thinking, and it was a little bit less than that, so 96 total. This is probably in a difficult pin location too. Actually, it's not too bad. So I need to try to hit about 90. Let it roll out. I'm going approach wedge. Let's see if I can do it. Pushed it a little bit right. Take that though. Better. All right, 3 holes left. Famous 16th hole. I think personally I like the, what was it, the 12th? That par 3 of the 12th with all the azaleas in the back. I think I like that one better if I had to pick between the two, but 16th hole, par 3, 183, up 3, so going 7. Well struck 7 will get it done. If it's well struck. Started left. Go. Alright, take that for par. Swung pretty hard at it. Caught a little bit heavy, but tried to muscle that one up a little bit. Still a little bit short. Obviously I caught that a little heavy, so usually I see closer to, like I was saying before, 180, 185, 190. That was only 178 total with the rollout, so 17th hole. Flying through the tree with a drone here. Hopefully this, I didn't connect the mic yesterday as I was playing. I just recorded it without the mic. Hopefully that fan that I have next to the laptop isn't too bad when I'm near it. I'm sure you guys can probably hear it, but kind of is what it is. We'll go about there. Don't love those trees on the left, but I've been fading almost every shot. And a couple of them that I thought were going to draw, and Garmin had them fading anyways, so. Low and left. And we're going to get away with it. That's the benefit of the spin axis on the R10. That was extremely low, extremely heely. It was low and left, but real life that would have nosedive and then further left. All right. Up 7, 218. We're kind of blocked out. What do we got up there? We got trees. It should fade. So I'm gonna go 5 iron. Haven't hit the 4. Haven't hit much that great today. Haven't hit the 4 a couple times I've hit it great, so I don't know if we're gonna get the 5 there. It's gonna have to be a really good strike to do it, but all depends what kind of bounce we get and how much it rolls out once it lands. Hit decent, but it was right. Alright, not the best, not the worst. 23 left. Got some room to work with. So I'm gonna go 60. I'm gonna try to hit in my head about 20. See how it reacts. Kind of drop kicked it, but should work out. Take that. Seems like these chip shots around the green, you gotta take less club, hit it a little bit easier, play it like 5 to 10 yards short, and it just rolls out a ton. All right, 18th and final hole here at Georgia Golf Club, aka, you know the real name of the course. I guess the reason why they do that, there's been courses that have gotten taken down. I think there's like copyright issues. So again, I'm gonna try my best not to include them in any of the titles or anything. Just do like Georgia Golf Club or anything, or instead of like the actual name of this course, which you guys know it as and where it's located, do like Masters or something like that. Don't wanna ruffle any feathers, get any other GSPro enthusiasts mad at me right off the bat. All right, let's see if we can finish this off with a halfway decent drive. Right. We're not only fighting for par, like Good says, we're fighting for bogey and doubles. What are we right now? 11 over? And we're blocked out by these trees. Alright, so we're gonna have to lay up left. Out that way, we're in the fairway, we've got 206, I'm just gonna go 6 iron to the left, and if we get lucky, it may fade a little bit and actually come back, but getting tired, trying to muscle it up. That was thin, and I got sunscreen in my right eye. I'm going through it right now, folks. All right. Work to do again. 36 total, up 5. So we're at 41, and of course we're short-sided, so likely going 56. Gonna try to hit it 30, 35. May end up in the bunker. If I hit it closer to 35, it'll probably land and just roll out past that pin. Really tough to get it started high enough and land soft, but we'll see if we get lucky. Or hit an inch behind it. Bad shot. Good read from the R10. Alright, 10 yards out of this bunker. At least it looks like we're on the upslope, so this should come out easier. 25%, so it puts us at 12.5 total. Got to land this basically on the fringe and let it roll, so I'm going to open it up. We'll see. Pulled a little bit left, but that's kind of what I was... Ooh, it's coming back. Kind of what I was worried about with that short-sided pin, but that was about all I could do out of there. So, take a look at the scorecard. From the world-famous, you-know-what, in Augusta, Georgia. This was on GSPro, the Georgia Golf Club, for the first round here. Ended up with a 85. So, much more realistic. Score-wise compared to Home Tee Hero. Can't remember what I shot when I did the Home Tee Hero round like a week ago, whenever that was. But definitely, I don't think it was an 85. I think we were in the 70s. But we got a birdie. We got a couple birds. We got 2 birds. We got a birdie on 2 and a birdie on 15. The rest were pars, bogeys, and doubles. So I know some of the settings are probably getting cut off at the bottom, but it says game type, stroke play, fairways normal, stimp was at 10, greens normal, tees were again the furthest back, the blacks at 7,500, mulligans no, pins Sunday. Elevation, what I was talking about, is what I have it set to 5200. Auto putts, today's date. No wind, player settings, and we can look at statistics. This is kind of cool. So we had 5 pars, 2 birdies, no eagles, obviously. 7 bogeys, 4 doubles. Nothing worse than that, luckily. Longest drive 309, thanks to a ton of rollout. Ball speed, it has it there. Average drive, again, I think the rollout definitely helped with those numbers, and I think these ball speed numbers are lower than they should be. But it is what it is. Take that for what it's worth. 31 putts, 1 sand save. A little over an hour, it says play time, so this video is definitely on the longer side, like I said. Greens in regulation, 3 out of 18. Pretty low, 17%. Fairways, though, 86, we'll take that. And what is this, GSPro handicap, I guess? 6.8. For this, what is it, 6.8 for this round, and I'm 5.7, I guess? I don't know. I've only played, what I say, 3 yesterday, so this is only the 4th round. Maybe that'll keep getting adjusted, who knows, but that's what I have. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Definitely going to wrap this one up on the longer side. Going to reset things here, try to play one more. Lower back's definitely feeling it, but want to start to get my money's worth out of this GSPro and get some more videos out for you guys. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the first round. We got it in the books at the old Georgia Golf Club here, but like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.